Welcome to Deep Roots, Open Skies, a podcast dedicated to exploring the defining moments that shape our lives. I'm your host, Lakisa. Welcome back to Deep Roots, Open Skies, the podcast where we dig deep into life's tangled roots while keeping our heads above the clouds. Today, we're diving into the murky, nasty waters of fake friends and their uncanny resemblance to the political circus we find ourselves in. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey filled with drama, humor, and maybe a few hard truths. Now think about this. You're at a party, and you spot that one person who's always smiling a little too wide, nodding along to whatever you say. But you just know they're not really listening. They're like human bobble-heads, aren't they? First, let's think about that human bobblehead, because it's a staple character in the grand theater of social gatherings. And you know the type. You could be sharing a heartfelt story about how you finally managed to climb that daunting mile trail, the one that took months of preparation and grit because you didn't want to go in the first place. And then they hit you with, "Wow, that's incredible. But let me tell you about the stairs I climbed at the mall the other day." Suddenly, you're left wondering if your epic adventure just inspired their tale of escalator avoidance. Like, really? It's as if every monumental moment you share, and you've been there, is merely a stepping stone for them to leap into the latest anecdote. Who knew your conquest of rugged terrain could be so effortlessly overshadowed by their shopping expedition? These are the folks who'll agree with you just to move the conversation along to their most favorite topic, themselves. Because of them, you're not important, or whatever you have to say is irrelevant. Or you can share with them that you were in a dark space a few months ago, and they'll say, "I was in a dark space too, at one point." Well, let's call them the deflectors. They're the ones who, when you share something personal, respond with, "That's great, but let me tell you about my day," or "What I'm going to go through right now is I've been going through a lot." It's like trying to share a heartfelt moment with a brick wall. Now, this kind of remind you of something else, I'm sure, like politics was going on now. Guess what? All of this crap we are in the midst of now. We're in an era where misinformation is king, and some political figures are the ultimate deflectors. They dodge questions like ninja in a bad action movie, flipping the script to suit their narratives. It's like watching a magician perform a disappearing act, only instead of rabbits, it's the truth that vanishes. But let's not lose hope. Just like in life, there are genuine people in politics too. It's about spotting the difference. Here's a tip. If someone's more interested in listening than speaking, they might just be the real deal. It's like finding a genuine Louis Vuitton bag in a sea of knockoffs at a flea market. Or maybe you've dealt with those other people. How about that contrarian friend or husband, wink, wink, who you are telling something of a story about, "Hey, the car not sounding right. It's making strange noise." And they go, "You sure you didn't do something to it? I mean, when I was in it, it was sounding fine." Now, how do you handle these deflectors in your personal life? Well, sometimes it's about calling them out. Gently, of course. Hey, I noticed you shifted the topic. Can we circle back to what I was saying? It's like steering a ship back on course when the captain's fallen asleep at the wheel, you know. Let me share a couple of personal stories that really drove this point home for me. You know, the kind of experiences that make you rethink your social circle and maybe even your extended family. Let's start with my cousin. Now, my cousin is the kind of person who could win an Oscar for their supporting role in their own family life story. At every family gathering, I'd find myself sharing updates about my work or recent travel adventure, and they would somehow pivot the conversation to their latest social media post that got 100 likes. It's like, sure, I might have seen the Northern Lights, but my cousin's viral video was apparently the real headline. It took me a while to realize that these interactions weren't about catching up. They were pit stops on their road to self-grandiosity. Then there's an old acquaintance who is a master of what I call the enthusiastic echo. Whenever I share a new idea or project I was excited about, they would respond with, "That's awesome. You know, I was thinking about doing something similar." But somehow the follow-up conversation never circled back to my original idea. It was like playing a game of conversational tag, where I was always chasing after a topic that kept slipping away. These encounters taught me something invaluable: the importance of seeking those who engage with sincerity. It's not about having people who always agree with you, but those who listen, reflect, and maybe even challenge you in meaningful ways. I realized that true friends are like roots. They may not always be visible, but they're there, supporting you and keeping you grounded. As mentioned, this brings us to an intriguing parallel with the political landscape we're navigating today. Just like our personal interactions with deflectors, politics is rife with examples of deflection that can shape how we communicate and perceive information. Take, for instance, the classic pivot and distract tactic you might have seen during press interviews or press conferences. When confronted with a tough questions, some politicians deftly shift the focus to a different topic, one where they feel more comfortable or have a rehearsed narrative. It's like watching a magician perform a sleight of hand, hoping the audience doesn't notice the trick or have enough common sense to figure it out. Consider the recent debates about healthcare. Instead of addressing specific policies or scientific data, the conversation sometimes gets sidetracked to economic impacts or other unrelated issues. This deflection not only muddles the water, but can also lead to confusion and misinterpretation among the public. Such tactics can significantly affect communication and understanding. When leaders deflect, it often leaves people unsure of what the core issues are or what steps are being proposed to address them. It's like trying to follow a map where the landmarks keep moving. That can be frustrating and disorienting. This kind of communication breakdown can lead to a public that's misinformed or disengaged. People might start to feel like their voices don't matter or that the real issues are being ignored, which can increase apathy and distrust in political systems. So what can we do about it? As individuals, we can strive to be more discerning listeners and questioners. Don't be afraid to ask for clarification and push for direct answers. Hold those in power accountable by demanding transparency and sincerity. And in our personal lives, let's practice the same by valuing honest and open communication, steering clear of deflection in our interactions. So in a world full of noise, and don't we have it, clarity is rare and precious commodity. Let's work together to ensure our conversations, whether personal or political, are rooted in truth and understanding. So whether you're navigating a family reunion or a political debate, Remember to look for those genuine connections. It's not just about cutting through the noise. It's about finding harmony in the chaos. Because after all, life's too short to spend in the company of bobble-heads and deflectors. And you know what I'm talking about. Let's aim for authentic interactions that enrich our lives and maybe even teach us something new. Now, here's something to ponder as you go through the week. Consider the impact of surrounding yourself with genuine people. When you engage with those who respect your thoughts and share your values, you create a support system that bolsters your confidence and encourages growth. Reflect on the relationships in your life and ask yourself, are they enriching your journey or holding you back? And here's a piece of advice to consider. Invest your time in those who truly listen and reciprocate. Next time you're in a conversation, observe the dynamics. Are you being heard, or is it the focus always shifting away? Maybe a conscious effort to nurture relationships where there is an equal exchange of support and understanding. Remember, authenticity is mutual. Just as you seek genuine connections, strive to be honest and open yourself. By sharing your true thoughts and emotions, guess what? You invite others to do the same, paving the way for deeper, more fulfilling interactions. So as you move through the week, let this thought guide you. The quality of your relationships directly impacts your happiness and well-being. So choose to cultivate bonds that are grounded in truth and mutual respect. And watch how your life becomes richer and more satisfying. And consider this. Just as a strong foundation supports a sturdy home, solid relationships provide the support you need to thrive. Surrounding yourself with genuine people can boost your resilience during challenging times and amplify your joy in moments of success. You see, these connections act as anchors, helping you navigate life's ups and downs with confidence and grace. So take a moment to evaluate your interactions. Are there relationships that need nurturing or perhaps reevaluating? It's okay to let go of those that drain your energy. They're those fake people. And focus on those that bring positivity and growth. They're those good, positive people. See, by investing time and effort into meaningful connections, you can create a whole network that not only enriches your life, but also reflects the best parts of who you are. And with that, we come to the end of this episode. If my stories resonated with you, or if you have tales of your own deflectors, drop me a message. You can drop it on Facebook, Instagram. I'll love to hear about your experiences and maybe share them in a future episode. Remember, we're all in this together, trying to keep it real in a world that often seems to reward the fakers and the faux. So next time you're faced with a deflector, whether it's in your friend circle or on the news, remember to keep your roots deep and your skies open. Don't let the fake fog your view. Trust in your gut. Ask the right questions and keep seeking the truth. Again, thanks for tuning into Deep Roots, Open Skies. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe and leave us a review. Until next time, stay rooted and keep your eyes on the prize. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Deep Roots, Open Skies. Until next time, embrace your journey and keep exploring the possibilities.